Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Gabe with Indigo Software, genuine Microsoft software for less. So in today's video, we've got 10 settings to make your Mac computer more safe and more secure. But before we get into that, if you're interested in genuine Microsoft software at a great price, check out the links in the description box below. So without further ado, let's begin. So it's generally good practice to keep your computer safe and secure, both from malicious viruses, Trojans, that sort of thing, but also hackers who might want to steal your data. All right, so the first setting that we're going to take a look at is a custom lock screen message. So I'm on Mac OS Ventura. If you're on an older version of Mac OS, the setting will still exist. It's just going to be in a slightly different location. I believe it used to be in security and privacy, but we have our own little lock screen tab right here. And then we can turn this little setting on right here that says show message when locked. We need our password or Touch ID for that. And then we can click the set box to the right and we can put in a message. Now the purpose of this might be that if you lose your Mac and somebody opens it up, the first thing that they're gonna see is your information right here. So I'll put some basic information such as my name and phone number. And this gives you a way to get your data back if your computer winds up in the hands of a good Samaritan. Now, next on the list, we're going to head over to privacy and security. We have a setting here underneath the security part that says allow apps downloaded from. Now, the safest and most secure option is going to be the App Store. Now, if you do need to install applications that are only available from a developer's website, you can come back here and change this. And of course, make sure that the developer is credible. But that's just an added layer of security here if we're only allowing applications downloaded from the App Store. Now we're already right next to something called FileVault. FileVault secures the data on your disk by encrypting its content automatically. Now I believe this is turned on by default, but you should definitely make sure that this is turned on. So in the event that your computer winds up in the hands of somebody that you don't want it to, all of the data on here is going to be encrypted. People won't be able to access it. Next, we're going to head over to the General tab and click on Sharing. Now, as you can see, I have file sharing turned off. It's good practice and a good extra safety measure to take to leave this off when you don't need the feature. Now in the Siri tab here, we have the option to allow Siri when locked. We can get an additional layer of security by turning this option off. It's not a huge deal, but people can access certain information just through Siri alone, even if your Mac is locked. And next up, we're gonna head over to the Network tab. Click on Wi-Fi. And then at the very bottom, we have an option called Ask to Join Networks. So this says known networks will be joined automatically. If no known networks are available, you will have to manually select a network. Now, if we turn this on, our computer won't automatically be connecting to a potentially unsecured network. And so you'll be making that conscious decision every time before you connect to the network. Now, the next setting we're going to find in users and groups. And because I have FileVault enabled, this setting is off by default, but we figured we'd throw it in here because again, automatic login is a potential security risk and it would be best practice to keep this feature turned off. Now next we actually have a setting in the Safari preferences. So we're going to click on Safari and we'll click settings and then over to the general tab on the left. Here at the very bottom, we have an option called open safe files after downloading. So movie, picture, sound, text documents, that sort of thing are going to automatically open. For example, PDFs will automatically open through preview after they're downloaded. Unchecking this box is a good idea for an added layer of security. Now the next setting that we have is software updates. So keeping your software up to date is always going to be the best security measure. So I actually need an update and I will be running that tonight. And then the final setting that we're going to talk about is time machine encryption. So in the general tab again, we're going to click time machine. So if I go to add a backup disk here, I'm going to need my administrator password. You can see that in the little setup window, I have the option to encrypt the backup. So if you're using time machine to back up your data to certain restore points, encrypting those backups is a good idea for the best security. All right guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. If you found it helpful, we'd really appreciate a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And again, if you're interested in genuine Microsoft software at a great price, we'll have those links in the description box below. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.